Data from the Municipal Health Directorate shows that from January to June this year, 115 persons living in the Katamanso district have suffered from dog bites. Some 5 cases of rabies in dogs have also been recorded in the municipality, and 36 people have come in contact with rabid dogs. The rate of rabies infection is on the increase in the district, and the vet department has commenced a mass vaccination in the district. Our regional correspondent Michael Dewonu was with the vaccination team.
And currently, data even that I had from the health directorate indicates that dog bites is being on the surge in the municipality. Hence, the need to embark on this mass vaccination, because rabies is 100% fatal, but 100% vaccine preventable. So the only way that we can break the cycle or prevent this infection from going on is to vaccinate our pets. That's our dogs, cats, and monkeys. Once we do that, these animals will build antibodies for the disease, and when even they bite, it's not going to, we don't have much problem about it because they are protected. However, we are still educating the public that when you vaccinate your animals, it doesn't give you a guarantee to leave your dog to stray, because even after the vaccination, you need about 2 weeks for the antibodies to build up. By then, if you expose your dog and your dog goes and is being bitten by a stray dog which is affected by the disease, your animal can have the rabies. So we encourage them as much as possible after the vaccination, they keep their animals indoors so that they don't get in contact with these stray animals moving in the communities.
28 September every year is World Rabies Day. But ahead of that, the Katamanso municipality is embarking on a vaccination program. The vaccination for a dog is 5 cedis. Don't wait to be bitten by a rabies infected dog and pay more at the hospital. From now till October, the vaccination period is running here in Tema and in the Kpong Municipal Assembly. For GBC News, my name is Michael Dewonu reporting.
A new oxygen generating plant with the capacity to produce 250 liters of oxygen per minute has been commissioned for the Ghana Infectious Diseases Center at the Ghana East Municipal Hospital. The plant is one of 4 donated by the U.S. government to Ghana to support her in her COVID-19 response. It is also providing 28 high-flow, high-pressure oxygen concentrators to health facilities across the country, capable of serving 180 severe and critically ill COVID-19 patients at a time. A report by Sarah Ofori.
Ghana Infectious Diseases Center, the Ghana East Municipal Hospital, is a major referral center in treating and managing severe and critical COVID-19 cases within the capital. Although a 100-bed facility, it currently runs 30 beds due to constraints in sustainable resources, including oxygen. According to the medical director of the hospital, Dr. Oliver Kome, since operations began in January this year, it has seen 704 cases, most of whom were critically ill, but 39 succumbed to the virus. He said the hospital requires 2,000 liters per minute flow of oxygen. The National Coordinator for Severe and Critical COVID-19 and the head of Intensive Care Unit of the Ghana Infectious Diseases Center, Dr. Chris O, commended the U.S. government for the support in setting up its high-dependency unit, which has been replicated across the regions. Since the start of the pandemic, the U.S. government has provided over $30 million worth of support to Ghana. This excludes the recent donation of 1.2 million doses of Moderna vaccines.
This package of oxygen support includes not only equipment, but also supplies like oxygen cylinders and pulse oximeters, along with training for health staff and engineers in the use and maintenance of the equipment. In addition, USAID is supporting the COVID-19 National Case Management Team to conduct a cascade training for health staff across Ghana on the management of critical severe, and moderate COVID-19 cases, post-COVID-19 care, home-based care, and oxygen therapy.
Through the U.S. Agency for International Development, an oxygen plant has already been delivered to the Cape Coast Municipal Hospital and will soon install one each for the Kumasi South and Tamale West hospitals. The Greater Accra Regional Hospital has also been handed a negative pressure isolation system by the U.S. Department of Defense Overseas Humanitarian Disaster and Civic Aid Program. This is to provide safe care to COVID-19 patients and prevent the potential spread to other patients being treated at the hospital. At the time of the report, 2 patients were being discharged, 11 on admission, and 3 critically and severely ill patients had been referred to the facility. Sarah Furi, GBC News, Accra.
And that was our health segment, proudly brought to you by Ernest Chemist. Now to some local stories. The Governing Council of the Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration, GIMPA, has officially presented the title, the sword, robes and insignia of office to Professor Samuel Kwekubunsu as the next new rector of GIMPA for the next 4 years. Professor Kwekubunsu says he is ready for the challenge of positively transforming GIMPA. Dignitaries at the investiture included the Vice President, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia.
Samuel Kwekubunsu is a professor of marketing and responsible business at the Ghana Institute of Marketing and Public Administration. He is a product of Prempeh College, the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Simon Fraser University in Canada, and the University of Rhode Island in the USA, where he obtained a PhD in business administration. He has had stints with University of North Carolina and Schoolish School of Business, York University, Toronto, Canada. His association with GIMPA started in 2011 when he came on sabbatical leave and stayed thereafter. He has held several positions at the institute. 2 weeks ago, the Governing Council of GIMPA appointed him as director of the institute for the next 4 years. Professor Kwekubunsu thus becomes the 12th rector since the school started. Today, he has been handed the administrative powers to run and manage the institution for the next 4 years. The chairman of the GIMPA Governing Council, Mr. Kofi Dakwasante, said the task for the new rector is to make GIMPA an institution of excellence.
Kwekubunsu has the unenviable task of leading GIMPA from our current dire straits to the true green hill of excellence. Excellence in teaching, excellence in learning, excellence in training, excellence in research.
The Vice President, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, described Professor Kwekubunsu as an excellent personality to support the institution's growth and expansion.
Samuel Kwekubunsu, as director from that very highly qualified pool, says a lot about the new rector, Professor Samuel Kwekubunsu. Congratulations, my dear friend. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you, and I believe that your tenure will be a successful one.
The rector, Professor Samuel Kwekubunsu, says his tenure will prosecute an agenda for transformational change at GIMPA.
We have to prosecute this agenda quite aggressively. So in my tenure as rector, this agenda will be prosecuted under 3 main pillars. 1 is revenue assurance, 2, institutional restructuring and renewal, and 3, the quality of research and teaching.
He said at the end of his 4-year term, he expects GIMPA to be a transformed center of excellence in Ghana and indeed Africa.
Now to some mining stories. At a meeting with members of the Ghana National Association of Small-Scale Miners, the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Mr. Samuel Judapo, said the government is determined to clean up the small-scale mining sector and root out all illegalities. He said the current clean-up exercise in the sector would ensure a decent and properly regulated sector for the needed development. With a contribution of about 40% of total gold production, The small-scale mining sector holds huge prospects for the country's development. The meeting with the miners at Dunkwa-Onofin formed part of his two-day tour of the central region. The sector minister, Mr. Samuel Jinapor, dismissed claims that government had given up on the fight against illegal mining. Rather, the government was determined to sustain its efforts to curb the menace.
Ana nkitahudi a yedi nyina no eden se na yedi nkitaho no akosi sembe ne yeka enti mi mane da e ma ne saa so da se omampanyi ana aban ne beka se agudi a yetu no ye ba bisi ano enti mi mane saa aban so nka saa da.
The Ghana National Association of Small-Scale Miners were happy with government's continuous efforts to stop galamsey and their involvement in the National Task Force against illegal mining. They called for swift measures to stop the rise in gold smuggling and reduce taxes on the operations to serve as incentives to help curb the problem of gold smuggling.
Champa can be used for a lot of things. There's difference between the dredger. You know, the dredger is what is on the water body, and one of the components is the chamfan, which they add to the suction machine to dredge. So if it can be monitored properly, maybe if you are importing the chamfan, it will be in the bonded warehouse so that anyone who needs it will go to that place and buy. If you buy, we know what you are going to use it for. If you are going to use it for dredging and all that, it's not kidding. You have some, if you're a small-scale miner and you need it, you show your license and to be so.
In the Upper Dintra East Municipality, the minister and his entourage called on the Dintra Traditional Council. The acting president of the council, Nana J. Ncherye, called for a dedicated mining campus at Dunkwa-Onofin to deepen government's resolve to promote sustainable mining in the area and the country at large. So is the setting up of a Minerals Commission office also in Dunkwa to help facilitate administrative and operational activities with respect to mining. Mr. Jinapor lauded the role of the chiefs in government's efforts to sanitize the small-scale mining sector, as well as the forestry and land subsectors. He said government was counting on the support of the chiefs in executing plans and strategies to rid the country of illegal mining and forest.
Still in the central region, where the Regional House of Chiefs has assured the government that it will do its utmost to support and protect the country's lands, forest and mining sectors, traditional authorities have come under heavy criticism for their role in leasing lands for illegal mining in the country. At an engagement with the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, the chiefs said it is in their collective interest to ensure that future generations enjoy the benefits of clean water and an enhanced environment.
Eastern, Central, Western North, Ashanti and Eastern regions are among the hardest hit regions reeling from the effects of galamsey. The two-day tour of the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources was to engage stakeholders on government's policies in reforming the land and natural resources sector. The president of the Central Regional House of Chiefs, Odifo Amankwa Buebu, acknowledged government's efforts to ensure a sustainable land administration and management system in the country through the new Land Act, Act 2020. On their part, the chiefs have begun plans to sensitize members on the new act to help enhance their contribution towards its implementation. Of concern to the 23-member Regional House of Chiefs was the inclusion or involvement of traditional authorities in the issuance of mining licenses. The sector minister said in the future, government will ensure that the traditional authorities are parts of the mineral value chain. When he called on the Regional Security Council, Mr. Jinapor urged all stakeholders in the region to work in tandem for a successful fight against illegal mining. He charged RECSEC to take up the responsibility of sustaining the fight against illegal mining even after Operation Halt.
Those who are involved in this industry are determined to continue. There's no two ways about it, and we expected it. They are resilient, they are stubborn, they are recalcitrant, and they want to continue to engage in this illegal mining. The reason for it is not far-fetched. We are talking about gold, and gold is money, and there's a lot of money involved in that industry. So even when excavators are decommissioned, even when operations are closed down, people still find ways of continuing with this illegality. But what is important is that the Ghanaian people should be rest assured that we are never going to rest either. We are never going to give up. And we are going to be as resilient, if not more resilient, than they are.
He said the government is determined to ensure that the natural resources of the country benefits all. For GBC. And in the capital, a mass fumigation exercise is underway at the former Agbogboshi Onion Market. The 3-day exercise by Tibble Waste Management is part of the Let's Make Accra Work campaign launched by the Greater Accra Regional Minister, Mr. Henry Korte.
This is the much talked about Agbogboshi Onion Market site in Accra. This 80-acre land has been bare since the relocation of the onion sellers to Ajin Kotuku by the Greater Accra Regional Minister. In a bid to get the land ready for redevelopment, the Greater Accra Regional Coordinating Council has contracted waste management company Tibble Waste Ghana to raid the land space of rodents, pests, and other harmful animals. More than 200 men are involved in the 3-day fumigation exercise. The group will also clean up the place and the silt-choked drains. The Public Relations Officer of Tibble Ghana Limited, experts in disinfection and fumigation, Ms. Edem Makumato, says they will work with each other to make the land ready for the redevelopment project.
Agbogboshi Market has been engulfed with pests, flies and rodents. So the essence is to fumigate the land. We have 200 workers, excluding the supervisors and the leaders. Let's Accra Work campaign is a good campaign the Greater Regional Minister has initiated. The whole essence of the campaign is to improve the livelihoods of people around Agbogboshi and in Agbogboshi itself.
They caution the public not to take the COVID-19 pandemic for granted as it still exists.
COVID is here with us. There's nothing we can do about COVID. The only thing I would advise everybody is to still adhere to the public protocols. Wear your face masks, wash your hands still under running water frequently, and protect yourself.
By November next year, 5 districts in the Central Tongue District of the Volta region will have access to potable water. This follows the construction of a water supply facility at Adidome. The facility, according to contractors Strabag AG, is in its 3rd phase and about 33% complete. On a facility tour in the Volta region, the Minister for Sanitation and Water Resources, Madame Cecilia Dapa, said a robust maintenance mechanism will be put in place to ensure longevity of the project.
Construction of Phase 3 of the 5-district water project located in the Central Tongo district of the Volta region started last year. The 11.5 million euro project is being undertaken by Austrian firm Strabag AG from a credit facility financed by the Raiffeisen Bank International of Vienna, Austria. The project is scheduled to be completed by November 2022. The project forms part of the government's Water for All policy aimed at ensuring frequent potable water supply for residents of rural and peri-urban communities in the country. Upon completion, close to 90,000 people in the 183 districts will benefit from the project. The facility takes its source from the Volta River. The Minister for Sanitation and Water Resources, Madame Cecilia Dapa, together with executives from the Community Water and Sanitation Agency and a team of engineers from the agency, toured project sites in the Central Tonga district to have first-hand information about progress of work. The technical manager of Strabag AG, Mr. Manfred Rauch, commended government and other stakeholders for the initiative.
We are still ahead of time, which thanks to the good cooperation with community water, we are quite fast, and we expect that we can finish latest next year in November.
Issues of local content, a robust maintenance mechanism and culture, as well as quality of work, caught the attention of the sector minister.
We expect them to finish and give us good quality work, and then make sure that the youth within the vicinity is engaged to earn some wages to feed themselves. This is very, very important. So if it's a question of being embraced, I think I am.
The minister also inspected construction works on the Volta Integrated Waste Treatment Facility. The facility, when complete, will have the capacity to process about 400 tons of solid waste. It will also provide both direct and indirect jobs, avenues to over 230 people. The facility, which will be completed by close of the year, is 65% complete.
The Ministry of Roads and Highways, through the Ghana Highway Authority, wishes to inform the public and all road users that some sections of the N1 highway and some urban roads at Dakuman will experience some minimum to maximum disruptions to traffic flow from Saturday, September 11, 2021 to Thursday, September 30, 2021 from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. This is to enable GRIDCO undertake the stringing of transmission line conductors across the N1 and some areas in Dakuman.
A statement from the Ghana Highway Authority advises motorists to follow the traffic diversion signs to be placed at the various sections across the George Walker Bush Highway and some urban routes within Dakuman. For further clarification, kindly contact the Corporate Affairs Department of GRIDCO or the Public Affairs Division of the Ghana Highway Authority.
GBC News will tomorrow at 1 p.m. premiere a documentary titled Living in the Margins of Ghana. The documentary exposes deficiencies in information dissemination. Additionally, it opens up the conversation for funding public service broadcasting.
The issue of funding public service broadcasting, media analysts believe, should not be a concern to people in public service broadcasting only, but rather a national concern. The documentary will be premiered on the Lifestyle channel, formerly GTV Live, at 8 p.m. and on GTV at 8:45 p.m. today.
You're watching News Online on GTV and GBC News Business, Energy, Health and more. After this break, do stay.
It's not the matches that make your dream come true and makes you achieve, but it's your hard work and your persistence. That's the way you will succeed. Dream the big goal, get up and do the roll. Let us see you go, but it's a long way to go. Whoa, Vitamin will help you walk the extra mile. If you don't have enough energy when you find yourself lost in, let us be a friend.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
I saw the check on the net. I told them the type of car I want to purchase. No, let me call one partner garage. Let me call Kia Sorento. Let me scanner and so. No, also package view. How about to that one? I'm so okay, fine. I like it. One KYC form, me fill it the DIY, or me bank statement. Me payment, down payments. Within 24 hours. No, they make car for the brand. Auto check. They are the best.
Auto check, Carlon, it's an amazing facility which I urge every customer to walk in the garage. We'll take you through the process. If you qualify, you drive away with your dream car.
We can also help you get your dream car. All you need to do is to log on to our website, www.autocheck.africa. Click on car loan and you'll be one step closer to getting that car that you have always wanted.
Today we have a very big surprise for all of you. You get a Sonata. You get a Sonata. You get a Sonata. You so open a Sonata if you want it. You get a Sonata. You get a Sonata. You get a Sonata. And you can get a Sonata too.
Everyone's excited about the MTN at 25 promo. Just keep using your MTN number and talk, text, browse, and more to gain points, and you could win one of 25 Hyundai Sonata vehicles and cash prizes each month in the MTN at 25 promo. Dial *156# today and begin your journey to win big.
Hey, man, try.
Only on MTN, everywhere you go. Terms and conditions apply.
this era of terrorism, of security, this is not right. There were these rediffusion boxes that could be found in lorry parks in the most remote areas of Ghana. Even on your way to farm in the middle of nowhere, there was a rediffusion box that entertained, but even more importantly, informed.
We have power on our meter that we can transmit, but it's just our equipments are not functional.
Whichever way you look at it, a government must be interested in every community, every citizen having access to information that is of public use and public interest. So if there are blackouts 60 years after independence, I think it sends a very dangerous signal.
Good evening, welcome to Business, brought to you by MTN. MTN is everywhere you go. In our very first story, credit rating agency Moody's Investor Services has rated Ghana's long-term issuer default rating B3 with a negative outlook. The ratings, according to the agency, reflect the country's high debt profile, continued weak debt affordability, high gross borrowing requirements, and ongoing liquidity challenges in the face of downside economic, social, and financial risks in the aftermath of the COVID-19 pandemic. Aside the negative indicators, the credit rating agency also took into account the country's improving growth prospects, resilient external sector performance, and the country's continued access to domestic and international capital markets. According to Moody's, while the government's most recent budget sets out a plan of fiscal consolidation to reduce the fiscal deficits to 4.8% of GDP by 2024, the longer-term economic and social scarring from the coronavirus shock present a significant challenge to achieving such ambitious targets. Also in business, the Industrial and Commercial Workers Union, ICU, has thrown its weight behind the call on government to give permanent appointments to commissioners at the Labour Commission. According to the ICU, the part-time status of the commissioners, which make them sit on cases only once a week, is affecting the dispensation of justice to both workers and employers. Also, the situation continues to create a rancorous relation between social partners at the workplace, thus negatively affecting production and lowering productivity. The newly elected Secretary of the ICU, Mr. Morgan Ayawini, is of the view that the absorption of fees and charges of mediators and arbitrators by government will not only bring relief to complainants, but also enhance justice dispensation in a fast-track manner. Away from that story, Friesland Campina Ghana Limited has launched its 150th anniversary in Accra with the introduction of a new product line. Friesland Campina is a household name across the globe, with top brands like Peak Milk, Black and White Full Cream Evaporated Milk, 3 Crowns, among others.
Yes, Friesland has been producing quality dairy products from plant-based to animal-based. The company prides itself with the production of Peak Milk, Black and White Full Cream Evaporated Milk, and 3 Crowns. Friesland Company's products are sold in more than 100 countries across the globe. At the launch of its 150th anniversary in Accra, the Netherlands ambassador to Ghana, Mr. Jeroen Verheul, said the Dutch government is scaling up its relationship with the Ghanaian government to strengthen trade and investment for the mutual benefit of the two countries.
Economic relations are at the heart of our bilateral relationship, and at the core of that relationship are private companies. Private companies that are either based in the Netherlands or based here in Ghana. And they work together with the governments, both governments, in order to strengthen those economic relationships.
First Land Company's product line include food, beverages, dairy, household, personal care, confectionery, and commodities. The regional manager for First Land Company, Mr. Adewale Arikawi, said their focus is to produce products that are closer to nature.
They will have a stronger position in the market as a collective process coming together, and therefore form this unique cooperative where all members have a say. In the years that follow, the farmers took ownership of the chain from grass to glass. So you see us talking about grass to glass, and that's what we represent. And that was how First Land Campaigner was formed 150 years ago.
First Land Company supplies consumer products such as milk, yogurt, cheese, infant nutrition, desserts, products for the professional markets.
It's watching Business Live on GBC News. The Chief Executive of the Ghana Enterprises Agency, Mrs. Kosi Yankee Aya, says entrepreneurs in the SME sector must remain competitive and relevant in their space. At an SME forum in Accra, the discussion was on opportunities to provide a timely platform to find innovative ways to address macro and micro issues affecting SMEs in the country.
These are the backbone of the Ghanaian economy, any economy around the world, and especially for us here in Ghana. I also believe that the work we do is a gift that keeps giving, because what we do produces and provides opportunity for so many more people. When we talk about job creation, the agenda that the government is driving to support and ensure that Ghanaian youth and businesses thrive, the CAPBAS, the novel intervention by government, which was spearheaded and designed and implemented, was supporting a lot of MSMEs across the nation. And for the first time in the history of Ghana, over 750 million Ghana cedis was injected into MSMEs across the nation to ensure that when things were changing, when the world was changing, when Ghana was changing, businesses were able to survive, sustain their business, and also ensure that jobs were not lost. MSME development is at the heart of the work that we do. And for us to be able to achieve the goals that government has set, we need the MSMEs. MSMEs need to work hand in hand with us at Ghana Enterprises Agency. And we are willing and committed to provide the support that we need to be able to build a successful Ghana. Going forward, there are a lot of new interventions that Ghana Enterprises Agency, through the support of government and all the initiatives that we have, will bring together to support the SME, to help them redefine what business success is. Yes, there are three things we focus on: the people, planet, and profit. But now, at the heart of it is digitalization. And in the coming years and in the coming weeks, we'll work very closely with GNCCI, your members, to ensure that we bring about changes in their business. Through our partnership with GIZ, to make sure that we pilot the interventions of digitalization so that access to markets are brought to the doorsteps of the MSMEs and the clients that we've worked with for many, many years.
Market and bring you latest on how the cities perform. We also update you on latest prices of some major commodities on the international market.
Are you ready? It's heat hot and we are serving you breakfast. A la carte.
It's a brand new packaged breakfast served on GTV, our style, keeping you on track and updated on news making the headlines, how to navigate traffic.
What's up with the weather?
Your health check, getting you up to speed on lifestyle, sports, weather showbiz, what's hot and what's not.
It's our date in the morning just for you, with the team you can trust.
It's breakfast weekdays at 6 a.m.
Don't be late. Are you ready? It's heat hot and we are serving you breakfast. A la carte.
It's a brand new packaged breakfast served on GTV, our style, keeping you on track and updated on news making the headlines, how to navigate traffic.
What's up with the weather?
Your health check, getting you up to speed on lifestyle, sports, weather showbiz, what's hot and what's not.
It's our date in the morning just for you, with the team you can trust.
It's breakfast weekdays at 6 a.m.
Don't be late.
Good evening and welcome to the energy segment. I'm Dominic Onoji. In line with the government's nationwide energy conservation and demand-side management program, 8 public universities have received LED bulbs for use. This is to help cut down on huge utility costs overburdening these institutions.
1,571 of 150 watts LED street lights, 12,801 of 13 watts LED bulbs, 1,720 of 9 watts LED bulbs, and 7,820 of 6 watts LED bulbs is to improve security and nightlife on the various campuses, enhance academic activities, and reduce the huge electricity bills. The policy direction is to gradually shift the country from the use of incandescent CFLs and other less efficient energy lighting systems. The nationwide energy conservation and demand-side management program targets homes, light industries, and strategic institutions such as schools.
The government already has a policy of transitioning from incandescent bulbs and CFLs to LEDs. It takes more energy, it lasts longer, and it's a better form of light. My only plea is that you get the right technicians to fix the bulb, because if you don't, it deteriorates faster.
The 8 beneficiary universities are the University of Professional Studies, Ghana Institute of Journalism, Ghana Communication Technology University, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, University of Energy and Natural Resources, University of Education, University of Health and Allied Sciences, and the University for Development Studies. For GBC News, Clara Mlano reporting.
International oil and gas company Lukoil is concerned about government's attempt to acquire a major stake in the deepwater tunnel Cape 3 Point DWTCTP block operated by Aker Energy Ghana. According to the company, being one of the main partners in the DWTCTP project with a 38% license interest and a 42.22% participating interest, it has no knowledge of any discussions about the plans of its partners to sell the stake and change the operatorship of the oil field.
The Energy and Finance Ministers, Lukoil said it strongly believes that the proposals of its partners to sell some stake and change the operatorship of the block may introduce significant risk for the project's execution and schedule. Per the ownership structure of the Deepwater Tunnel and Cape 3 Point block, Aker Energy holds a 50% participating interest. Other partners include Lukoil with 38%, Fuel Trade with 2%, and the Ghana National Petroleum Corporation GNPC with 10%. According to Lukoil, as the second largest shareholder in the block, it has been kept in the dark. In order to avoid any negative consequences for the DWT and CTP project, Look Oil said it shall be directly involved in the discussion on the sale and acquisition of Aker Energy share, the resignation of the operator of the DWT-CTP project, and appointment of a successor, as well as further project financing plans, so as to ensure sustainable development of the project in the interest of all stakeholders. The DWT and CTP sale is part of the $1.6 billion deal, which has been opposed by some civil society organizations who say Ghana is being shortchanged.
Ghana exported 4.6606 gigawatt-hours of power to neighboring countries within the last 24 hours. Overall national hydrothermal and solar generation was 56.7873 gigawatt-hours within the period. Here are some more details.
Hydro energy generated in the past 24 hours, Akosombo recorded 14.7430 gigawatt-hours, 2.9170 gigawatt-hours, and Bui 6.3875 gigawatt-hours. Here's what functional thermal power producers contributed to the generation mix within the period. The 3 hydropower plants produced 24.0475 gigawatt-hours. Operational thermal power plants contributed 32.5075 gigawatt-hours, and total solar generation was 0.2323 gigawatt-hours. Total power generation was 56.7873 gigawatt-hours in the last 24 hours. For hydrology, the water level in the Akosombo Lake was 80.559 meters, below the maximum level of 84.73 meters, while the level in the Bui Dam was 175.260 meters, below the maximum elevation of 183 meters in the last 24 hours.
That's it for the energy segment. I'm Dominic Hanoji.
On track and updated on news making the headlines. How to navigate traffic.
What's up with the weather?
Your health check. Getting you up to speed on lifestyle, sports, weather showbiz, what's hot and what's not.
It's our date in the morning just for you, with the team you can trust.
It's breakfast weekdays at 6 a.m.
Don't be late. Are you ready? It's heat hot and we are serving you breakfast. A la carte.
It's a brand new packaged breakfast served on GTV, our style. Keeping you on track and updated on news making the headlines. How to navigate traffic.
What's up with the weather?
Your health check. Getting you up to speed on lifestyle, sports, weather showbiz, what's hot and what's not.
It's our date in the morning just for you, with the team you can trust.
It's breakfast weekdays at 6 a.m.
Don't be late.
Hello, good evening. By kindness of Prosper Joy, let's bring you updates from the world of sports. The Ghana Athletics Association has signed a 3-year renewable partnership agreement with the Ghanaian beverage company, Temacraft Brewery, manufacturers of Django Brothers range of beverages. The partnership will see Django Brothers sponsor at least one national athletics championship every year, as well as support developmental and administrative activities of the GAA during the duration of the deal.
A strong passion point for us, not just because of the fame or popularity that came out of the performance at the Olympics, but just because we share very similar values. I mean, you could see from the video that was played, the boys worked really hard to get to where they got to. Even the people like Nadia and the rest of the track and field team, they worked really hard to get to where they were, and that's something that we do. We are a company that is very passionate about our job, passionate about what we do. We believe in excellence. We're made in Ghana, but I know so many people always ask us, is this an imported product? Just because of the level of quality of the mixers and our labels and all of that, you know. So we share so many values, and I mean, I think Ghana athletics is at a really, really premium point and a ripe point where they just need a little bit of support to actually get to world-class level, where when they're going for any, you know, global outing, they come back with a truckload of medals. So we are very proud, we are very happy to partner with them.
This is real, and it has come to stay. And
Novak Djokovic's bid for a calendar Grand Slam continues after the set came from a set down to beat Matteo Berrettini in the last 8. It was a 26th consecutive victory at a major slam for the world number 1.
Yeah.